Hi everyone, my name is Gabriela Gutierrez, and today I'll be giving you my final presentation on plazas and pedestrian malls in Mexico City. This is what we'll be covering today: a context of transportation in the city, recent innovations, and all of the implications that pedestrianization can have in this critical assessment. So to refresh you, Mexico City is the capital of Mexico. It has a very specific topography, built on top of a lake with surrounding volcanoes and a very intricate social component. Currently, people in Mexico City use public transportation as their main mode to get around and commute, followed by walking, next by car, and then bicycle. This means that there are currently 1.5 million cars circulating the city. This is updated statistics. This amounts to a lot of congestion. For every half hour that people travel, there's an additional 25 minutes. So basically, people take 2 times as much as they should be because of traffic. And the public transportation has to provide transit for almost 10.4 million people, which is a lot. As we saw previously, some of the innovations that Mexico City did during COVID-19 regarding pedestrianization were making these interventions in the Zócalo main square, making 42 surrounding streets more open to pedestrians and closed to vehicles during certain times of the day, and making new pedestrian and bicycle corridors in the Reforma Avenue, which have, of course, brought many benefits to economic development and reactivation. However, they have some implications we'll be talking about next. The first is that there has been a lack of integration in the overall process of pedestrianization in Mexico, because the government keeps on spending and investing more in vehicle infrastructure rather than investing integrally in public transportation and making streets more walkable. So this also comes into a factor of social inequity, because the government invests in, high-end neighborhoods such as Polanco. Here we see Avenida Presidente Mazarik with its new implementation of trees, benches that, we don't really see in other less privileged neighborhoods like Tlalpan. And this goes hand in hand with the next issue I'm addressing, which is gentrification, because as pedestrian corridors are built, that area becomes more attractive, there's more green spaces, and this makes rent prices go up, restaurants and boutiques go up and come to displace the original commerce and residents who were in that area, much like in several areas of New York City. So this fine line between investing but then preventing that new attraction from displacing the people who originally lived there. And the impact of COVID-19 in this overall process of pedestrianization in Mexico City is that, the city is heavily reliant on the informal economic sector. There's currently 1,500 tianguis, which are informal street markets where people buy their fresh produce. And during COVID, 100,000 owners of tianguis had to close down because of social distancing and the lockdown. But this new initiative called Mejorando la Ciudad has seen that the government invested almost 220 million pesos in these type of workers. And these jobs were created to employ people without a job because of COVID. And this enabled the reopening of tianguis, of street shops, and it has benefited 15,000 people who were unemployed. Finally, I want to compare this with New York City and how the Open Streets initiative kind of represents what some of the initiatives taken in Mexico City as well, how this creates community, it fosters economic reactivation following months of lockdown and economic recession. However, it's important to see how pedestrianizing streets is not really the silver bullet to the integral problem of congestion and gentrification that these cities are facing. So just to conclude, some of the lessons learned are how Mexico City really places value in community and its historical heritage by still prioritizing to keep places like these taquerias or tianguis open, even in the pandemic, because they recognize its value for the Mexican culture. How it kind of also mimics the history from the times of the Aztec Empire, that streets were open to pedestrians, and how they're trying to make this a reality again. How vibrant streets can be inclusive to all sectors of society, and that Mexico City really needs to work on bridging that gap from just investing in high-income neighborhoods for a common purpose of integration. So addressing sustainable transportation and mobility from all sectors, not just pedestrianization, but integral investments in public transit and infrastructure as well. I hope you learned something new, and thank you for watching.